And I'm surprised, Joey, because as someone who loves to be ravished by coasters, that's what you say. That's what you don't. Isn't that what you say?
Throttled.
Oh,
Oh my God.
oops. I'm Demi, theme park YouTuber, aka Magical Hijinks.
And I'm entertainment journalist Joey Nolfi, and we've both been diagnosed with terminal theme park obsession, and we're definitely going to spread it to you on the Park Peeps podcast.
We've got years of theme park knowledge, so join us as we serve piping hot takes, park tea, offer the best travel hacks and tips, and chat with guests in the theme park space.
So sit down, buckle in, and pull up on that yellow strap while we dispatch for the Park Peeps podcast. Today, we are going somewhere we have never been before, with relation to a place we have definitely been before. In pursuit of attempting what some might call a magnum-sized feat of amusement park insanity, we are going to provide a definitive ranking of all the roller coasters at the world's best coaster park, Cedar Point.
And the result of our extremely and considerably scientific ranking might be as dramatic as that introduction. And if you want to... And if you want more tea on even more wild happenings here at Park Peeps, make sure you're subscribed to our new Substack, The Peep Line, for an extra behind-the-scenes tea, subscriber-only information, and more. And of course, follow us on all the socials. Me, Demi, at Magical Hijinks. That's Hijinx. Joey Nolfi, spelt Nolfi, Nolfi. And of course, at Park Peeps Pod everywhere.
Yes, thank you. Spelled Nolfi.
We never spell Nolfi. I was like, let's just spell it today.
We really never spell Nolfi, but
because some person could think it's with a Y, but no,
it's
true.
An I. That's true. Usually, some people say Nolfi, which helps clarify the spelling. Well, as you might recall, earlier this year, I did do 2 field reporting pieces, and that's the same number of stubs Demi has been walking around on since Epic Universe, if you recall from last week. But I did do 2 field reporting pieces from Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio, one of which was from opening weekend after Top Thrill 2 opened for the first time in a year, and then again for the opening of the park's 18th roller coaster, Siren's Curse, which I attended with a deep friend of the pod, Jerendell. Shout out to Jeremy. And now we are about to welcome another guest who indoctrinated Demi into the world of Cedar Point for the first time last weekend.
That's right. Fresh off my trip to Ohio with our next guest. And make sure to watch the full video over on the Magical Hijinks YouTube channel. I am ready to rank and rate all of Cedar Point's and rate all of Cedar Point's best and worst coasters. But before we do that, please say hello to my friend and fellow roller coaster nerd like us, Mike Molinari. Hi, Mike.
What's up? How you doing?
We got a use.
I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited you're finally on. I've been wanting to get Mike on forever, and this is the perfect episode because Mike, literally 3 weeks ago, was like, hey, I really want to go to Cedar Point. We should go. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, Mike, I have all these things happening. We have Horror Nights and D23 and all these other events. And then he's like, yeah, but we should still go.
Yeah. And then we looked at the calendar and we found a weekend that worked. I'm like, we don't need to go that long. It's just a quick trip to Cleveland and back. And it worked out. And I'm so happy it did.
Me too. We had the best time. We walked like 30,000 steps and got no sleep, and all out of nowhere from like 12:30 a.m. and when we left at 4 a.m. the weather all of a sudden went from just like a nice like maybe 70 degrees to like 40 degrees in 4 hours.
It was freezing.
Oh, that's what happened when they've got the Gulkin from HHN up there turning the weather cold, because I'm telling you, the weather by the lake is so unpredictable. And like Demi was asking me for like clothing advice beforehand, like do I need pants or shorts? And I was like, it literally in the middle, especially in September, in the middle of the day it could be totally fine, and then at night it's going to feel like winter.
But I was fine at night. I was actually still kind of warm, but and our hotel wasn't really that close to the water. We were like 15 minutes away from the park. I mean, obviously it's still near the water, but we got to the hotel 12:30. We took like a 2-hour nap and left at 4 a.m. for the airport. And it was like, when did it become winter? When I mean like shivering, like teeth chattering, shivering, we put the heat on in the car.
Yeah, like it was cold. Like I walked out with a t-shirt and shorts because I didn't think to bring anything else. And I'm like, oh no, it's freezing. Like this is not good.
You just walked out with a t-shirt and shorts? Just walked out.
Because I'm like,
quick trip to Cleveland
at the park. And I'm like, I'm not wearing this again. This thing's dirty and smells like that's not happening.
Probably full of bugs.
That's also true.
Speaking of bugs, before we get into it, okay, you know what? I would rather take the cold at Cedar Point than be in there, Mama, in May, June, those damn bugs that are everywhere. It is horrendous. There is a video on TikTok of this girl who rode Top Thrill 2 in the front seat during that season, fully covered in those bugs.
I saw that. But it was still pretty bad when we were there. And, you know, it's so gross. We noticed on Top Thrill 2 because we rode it 5 times when we went. And we first did it the front seat. And there is literally like bug marks on the headrest. Yeah. It's disgusting. I was like, oh my God.
So gross.
The first thing I did when I got home was wash my hair. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
But even in September, like it wasn't cold yet, but it was like maybe 70, but like we were still a little warm. But there were still so many bugs. And I was literally, I kept putting my hands over my face while we were riding things because I wanted to be able to like scream, but I didn't want to eat bugs because I definitely ate a couple of bugs regardless.
It's terrorism. Wait, Demi, what is that on? It's right here?
What?
Right here? I think it's a bug.
No, that's not funny. That's so not funny. Like you have no idea. I'm not a bug person. Like
Neither am I.
I am a very, like, I have a, like, do you guys, like, Mike doesn't do Horror Nights, but do you remember the bug house at Horror Nights from 2022?
Oh, you did that?
I told them if they did a bug house ever again, I can't do it.
Yeah,
no, there's no chance.
I don't find anything scary at Horror Nights or any Halloween event. The way that I like screamed because I thought things were touching me. Yep. At one point, something was hanging and it got caught in my curl. I was like, like a psychopath, No. I don't like bugs.
No.
And Mike saw they kept going on my side. They all love me. The bugs love me. I have that type, that blood type that bugs love too, I think. So
one time, the last thing on the bug note that I will say is that last year, Demi, do you remember from my Instagram, I have that glorious photo of me in front of Steel Vengeance where I'm like mugging down in front of the coaster and the moon is shining in the background. Do you remember that photo? No, nobody remembers that photo but me.
Yeah, sure, Joey, I remember it.
Thank you, Demi.
Yeah.
But in order to take that photo, I was there with my best friend Dee, and Dee is a photographer. And we got so into it because, like, the moon was right there. It was right at nighttime. I go over, I'm posing. We turn around and realize that I had accidentally left the windows down and the door open in the car, and the light was on inside. So we go back to the car, and those bugs, there was hundreds of them in the car. And it was in the car. It was horrendous.
This is my thing now with Cedar Point. Like, I went and I want to be there all the time because I really love those rides. And I thought, like, and we didn't have much time, and I saw the beautiful hotel on the water and the beach, and I'm like, oh, this actually could be like a really nice little getaway. And then I'm thinking, like, but the bugs.
I will never understand why it's so bad there versus like anywhere else. Like,
I have no idea.
There's so many other places that are on lakes that you don't have this issue, but here it's so bad.
And
hey, they like coasters too.
But the craziest thing, I've never seen these types of bugs that were there. Like they were kind of like green looking and thin, and then I've never seen them before in my life. And I am waiting for my husband to pick me up at LaGuardia back in New York, and I get home and I see one of the bugs, and I'm just thinking to myself, oh my God.
It flew back with you.
Flew back with me, maybe. I think it did.
I
was freaking out.
You know what? We're going to right now speak justice for the bugs. They can be coaster enthusiasts too.
No.
They like the coasters. So
like Disney ducks, they're Cedar Point bugs.
They're Cedar Point bugs. And you know what? I'm going to flip my stance. Justice for the bugs. They can be thuzies too.
No.
You hear that, Cedar Point bugs?
There you go.
Unionize Cedar Point bugs. They should unionize.
Absolutely not. Well, enough about bugs.
I think it
is finally time to get into this definitive ranking of these 18 coasters here at Cedar Point.
Some more glorious than others, as we will get into. But yes, this will be similar to our Epic Universe ride ranking, where Demi and I didn't give a individual top 10. There's 11. Oh no, we only did 10 for Epic, but even though there's 11 rides. But for this, we will be ranking all 18. Mike, Demi, and I will be collaborating on this definitive list. It's gonna get ugly because I know we're gonna have differing opinions on some of these in that battle.
I'll fight you like you won't believe.
I agree.
Demi, okay,
and I'm
all right.
Fight Mike too, because I already know what his
favorite
ride is, because I had to ride it 4 times.
I am scared to know which one it is. Don't tell me yet. I'm so excited to figure out what this is. But I am scared at the prospect of going against 2 thickly accented people in any fight ever. So it's like
we might not even hear you over our arguing at that point.
You know what? I'm Italian American. I can throw down. I'm an Italian American from Pittsburgh. So you know what? I can throw down too. But
all right, we'll see.
I think, so just to recap for everybody who might not be familiar with Cedar Point, it is a very old amusement park on a peninsula in Ohio. They have 18 roller coasters, some truly world-class, like some of the best coasters in the entire world here. It is a historic park. It's a legendary park. It is known all around the world. Their coasters in alphabetical order are Blue Streak, which is the oldest coaster in the park. It is a wooden roller coaster, actually the only wooden roller coaster left there. Then we have Cedar Creek Mine Ride, which is a mine train. Corkscrew, which is an aero looper. Gatekeeper, which is a Bolliger and Mabiard wing coaster. Gemini, which is a dual track racing coaster that was at one point the tallest roller coaster in the world when it opened in the 70s. Then we have Iron Dragon, which is one of the few remaining aero suspended coasters, which used to be like the Big Bad Wolf at Busch Gardens. We have Magnum XL 200, which we have talked about a lot on this pod, which started the quote-unquote coaster wars in 1989 when it opened. First over 200-foot full-circuit coaster in the world. Then we have Maverick, which is an Intamin Blitz coaster, which is a launch coaster, which is the early model preceding something like Velocicoaster. Millennium Force, a 310-foot-tall Giga coaster. Raptor, a Bolliger and Mabiard inverted coaster. Rougarou, which is a Bolliger and Mabiard floorless coaster, which used to be the stand-up coaster called Mantis. Then we have the newest coaster, Siren's Curse, which we got all into earlier this year. Steel Vengeance, an RMC redo of an old wooden roller coaster called Mean Streak. The iconic Top Thrill 2, the diva that she is, a Bolliger and Mabiard dive coaster called Valraven, a Wild Mouse that's not really a wild mouse, and then 2 kiddie coasters, Wilderness Run and Woodstock Express. So, I think starting at number 18, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say these kiddie coasters are gonna end up at 18 and 17. 100%. And I think, unless you have a problem with this, I think we're going to have to go Woodstock Express 18, just because I think there is a little element of uniqueness with Wilderness Run that gives it a little bit of an edge. It's definitely the less thrilling of the two, but Woodstock Express, it's the exact same coaster model and layout as what we were saying before, Flight of the Hippogriff at Islands of Adventure. So it's not as unique. It's a stock model. I think we put that at number 18. Any objections?
Agree. No, absolutely.
No.
We got our first one. Look at that. Woodstock Express, you suck. You are the worst. So
I remember that you had a great time on the Woodstock Express with Jeremy, though, didn't you?
Oh, yes, I did. We made our diva video of us posing to Azealia Banks music on the kiddie coaster. We called it the Kiddie Coaster Glam Bot. So, yeah, you know what? We did. We had a good time on that one. But, and then I think Wilderness Run, I'd probably put at 17. It's a super unique. It's the only one of its kind in the world, I believe. So, but I mean, they don't let you ride it without a child. And there was no children for me to steal, like Demi on Pteranodon Flyers, when I went earlier this year.
Pteranodon.
So, Pteranodon, yes. So I couldn't ride it again. I used to be able to ride it when you didn't have to steal a child, but I can no longer ride it. So, Any objections to that being at 17?
No,
absolutely not.
Boom! Look at us. We're powering
you were worried
through
we were going to be arguing.
I know. Look at this. Look at this. Well, maybe don't hold your breath there.
It's very young right now. We're in a young stage right now.
So I think, if I'm not mistaken, now Micah and Demi, I don't want to speak for you. However, Mike, do you feel like Cedar Creek Mine Ride is going to be a solid 16. I feel like there's another one you might want to place here, which might be Corkscrew.
No, I would put Cedar Creek Mine Ride there just because there's not much happening with that ride. Like, there's not much. So that definitely would be number 16.
It's cool. See, I like coasters like this because they do it. Look, when you step in the queue and step in the station, there's just like old steel coasters have a smell, and they have there's like that machinery and the grease, and it smells a certain way, and it just brings like a nostalgic feeling to me because it's like,
it's like old school. Yeah. Like 100%.
Yeah.
It's adorable to look at.
It is an adorable coaster. I like the one drop over the water. If you're sitting in the back row, that drop, it does kind of pop a little bit. But yeah, everything else is kind of tame, and I definitely don't make a point to do this ride when I go. Okay. So yeah, I think that's a good one. Cedar Creek Mine Ride at number 16. Now 15, I would put Corkscrew here.
Really? Over the Wild Mouse?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Absolutely. Now, our first point, we're entering contentious waters.
No, I'm genuinely just asking. Like, Mike, what do you
wanted
think?
I wanted a fight.
No, we're gonna. There's gonna be so much fight.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Wait till we get to the top 5. There's a lot.
So don't waste the fight here.
Don't waste the fight here.
No, it's not. Because I would agree. Like, it's either or, and I mean, like, it really depends. Like, I think both are tame. Obviously, one's more jerkier than the other. So I think for jerkiness, I would put Corkscrew below Wild Mouse.
Same. That's why I'm putting it there, is because it's so ungodly painful, especially that the airtime hill right after the lift.
Yeah, it's weird.
My God, there is something that has happened to that portion of the track over the years. And then when you go into that first vertical loop, it is just nightmare.
That's surprising because the one thing I really noticed about this park was that even like the oldest of coasters, maybe minus Magnum, everything felt very smooth, you know, like, and it's just very surprising to have that not be on that same level.
I mean,
like, it's not. I honestly, I think Magnum's worse janky wise than Corkscrew, but like, still there.
I'm sensing some, maybe a rift in the spiritual realm that I'm feeling between me and Mike right now, because I think he's about to say something derogatory and offensive that borderlines on a slur about Magnum XL 200. Do I
wait till we get to that one?
Joey, we will wait till we get to that.
Oh, I can. Okay. All right. Okay. So you know what? Just to keep it running smooth, we're doing Corkscrew at 15, which I don't think Corkscrew has long for this world, by the way. I think Corkscrew and Gemini might go together as part of some, like, bigger plan.
I would see Gemini going first over Corkscrew.
Same.
Just because Corkscrew it's almost just like it would be pointless for them to get rid of it because it's such a small footprint that, like, you're better having it than not.
Isn't it also on like a bunch of their promo stuff too?
It is.
Yeah.
Because it's their classic like look. Like to walk down that midway with the corkscrews.
It's an iconic visually. It's iconic visually, but there was a rumor there for a while that RMC was going to do their first T-Rex model, which is the 2 across single rail.
Yeah.
Which you could fit that there if you go a little bit into the Breakers parking lot. I think you could definitely fit that there. But then, I think Gemini might be giving them some more problems. But okay, great. So we've got Woodstock at 18, Wilderness at 17, Cedar Creek 16, Corkscrew, you're a flop at 15. Okay. Now this is where it's starting to get tricky for me.
Okay.
Because, oh, God, okay, what's everybody, like, Mike, what's your inclination here for 14? Your gut inclination?
I would say Wild Mouse.
See, I like it.
Okay, but you like it more than everything else?
Yes, honestly, like, I like it more than Iron Dragon. I think that Iron Dragon is lame. Iron Dragon is not fun to me. It's unique because, and again, Cedar Point is like, there are portions of Cedar Point that I like, and I think a lot of coaster enthusiasts like, because it is a living museum of so many different coaster types that are disappearing. Yes. And the Aero Looper model, like Corkscrew, is one of them. And the Aero Suspended Coaster, like Iron Dragon, is one of them. I think there's only 2 or 3 left. No, there's one at Bobbejaanland, one at Kings Island, the one at Cedar Point.
Canada's Wonderland, which that one is great. Vortex.
I
know, that one I want to do.
It's
that
fun.
One I want to do.
That one is crazy. And that one's
trip?
really good. The Canada's Wonderland, I am always down to go there. But Iron Dragon just doesn't do anything for me. So my 14 would be Iron Dragon. But you're saying Wild Mouse.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, I'm not opposed to Iron Dragon. Like, it's...
But do you have to put in uniqueness, like, as part of, like, the points, you know?
Right, that's what I'm saying, is that I think uniqueness, and if we're counting uniqueness, I think Wild Mouse is also technically unique. I don't know that there's another...
I would say their version is unique, because to Joey's point, their version is not your tradition. It's not like Primeval World. Nope. It's not like your Dark Knight at a Six Flags.
It has a unique layout.
Okay.
It's almost more like the Mauer Zone spinners that sort of like go like the Pinball Whizzer at Alton Towers, and it's kind of more like those.
Oh, I want to go to Alton Towers.
I do too. I really want to go so bad, but
I don't do a Euro trip.
We do. Disneyland Paris, Europa Park, Efteling, Alton Towers, Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Boom. Yep. Boom. But okay, so
I'm fine putting it 14.
I'm agree. I'm fine.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm open to Wild Mouse at 14 if y'all are.
No,
but
I'm fine with that, and then Wild Mouse at 13.
Iron Dragon, and then Wild Mouse at 13. Okay, you know what? I'm good with that, too. Okay. All right, sorry, Iron Dragon. I know you're iconic and classic, and they have the...
But, like, it is, but it's, like... That is probably the weakest of all the Arrow swinging coasters.
Fully agree.
Oh, I lied. Magic Mountain still has theirs, too.
Oh, yeah, Ninja. Yeah.
Yeah, but even, like, again, I would say Iron Dragon is the weakest of them all. Like,
fully agree. It was like they kind of were like, we need something
it's almost
unique.
Like, let's give something for kids to get their, like, you know, I think that's what Cedar Point does well. They have a lot of, like, filler kid rides that help them get to the bigger coasters. Where some parks is basically like mild extreme.
Oh yeah.
So like it helps the kids. So
but what's so funny is that they list this as thrill level 4 for Iron Dragon.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not agree with that. It's probably 3.
It's also, I mean, it's kind of fun, the first portion when you're like going through the woods. I kind of like that. It reminds me of old school Big Bad Wolf at Busch Gardens. I loved that ride.
It. R.I.P.
Is this this coaster style just going to be completely obsolete?
Yeah. Yes. It already is.
But why? Like, why is it so...
I think just the mechanics and like the maintenance cost. Like that's why Big Bad Wolf is gone.
Yeah.
Because they just didn't want to pay the maintenance anymore. I mean, I know other parks still have theirs, but like the maintenance is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think they are hanging on to them because they are they're still popular. They're visually interesting. Like that one portion where Iron Dragon goes out over the water near the end, that is a beautiful shot, like picture of it go. But it provides a really interesting kinetic energy. But and this thing still sometimes when the park is busy, this thing still has a line. So like, I mean,
I believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I think that was the one thing that Demi was shocked about because I was saying like, oh, like this is average crowds. Like it's not even that crowded. And she's like, but this looks so crowded. And I'm like, you got to remember, I've seen this place mobbed, and it's the worst you've ever seen a park.
And I base mine though off of like when I go to Cedar Fair parks or a Six Flags park, and the last. I've never seen a Cedar Fair park so busy in my life. So I was like, oh my goodness.
Well, I think regional parks are in a big like rut right now. I think that you're seeing it. Anything that is not Disney or Universal or SeaWorld is in a really big, or Dollywood is in a huge like crowd crunch right now. There for some reason, like Demi, remember when we went to Kennywood, remember I was remarking to you, I was like, this is completely deserted, and I could not understand why. I had never seen Kennywood that deserted before. And we went on did we go on a Friday?
We did.
Yeah, and it was completely dead even at night. And when I went to Cedar Point both times this year, completely deserted. And it's
I wonder if it's just like, because I was watching the Facebook, and I think Labor Day it was packed. Like you couldn't even get to Cedar Point. It was backed up for hours. So I think it's really just a hit or miss with Cedar Point on the deck.
And yet Epic and Disney were empty.
Epic was empty too the day that we were there. But I think regional parks it is like a trend right now. You see a lot of industry trades writing about it, is that the regional parks attendance is down and they cannot figure out why. So especially Six Flags, like it's crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just like
that's like a whole episode.
At this point, I'm waiting to hear more park closures. Like we're getting the closure of Six Flags America.
100%. Because the thing is, Six Flags has such little parks that they acquired years ago that they easily could sell those back off. Like
and then
there's
didn't
no reason
invest
for them
in
to
them.
No, that's the thing. They don't. They're all terrible.
Well, the problem is though, is that the model that Six Flags did was we're going to invest in every single park, but that means we're basically copying one ride and placing it in every single park.
For a while, they were doing
you were
that.
giving cheap rides to every single park that doesn't bode well, like over time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's bad. It's either bad investments or not investing at all. Like I am just so surprised every time I see that Michigan's Adventure is still open. It looks like a clean park, which now obviously it was a Cedar Fair park, but now it's part of the Six Flags family. And I really hope that this new business venture with this joint energy will force them to either burn off these parks to places that will actually invest in them, or they'll start investing, because like a park like Michigan's Adventure, it makes money. Why are you not investing in?
I think that's the problem though. Like they don't feel like they need to, because it still gains the traction.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they're like, why should we invest when it still gives us the money?
Yeah, all the locals, it's something to do. Like Mike like lives 30 minutes from Great Adventure, and you just randomly go there sometimes.
Yeah, pop into the sadness that it is, and I'm like,
Well, why didn't you go and chain yourself to King Dakar and save it, Mike?
I was there. I was there last weekend. I was riding it. I was there for the last launch. Like, I was there for everything.
But were you chained to the supports in protest?
So it was funny because we were all trying to be last ride. So we all got in line so that like you would get in line, and then like we were just waiting and kept like letting people go in front of us. But then it came to a point where now there was like our group and then another group like fighting. And we're like, well, we're not moving. And then the security was like, either move or you're out. So we were like, all right.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, let's get back to our ranking.
Okay.
We went on a nice little tangent, but we are on to number 12.
Well, my vote here is going to be for Gemini. Yes. Mike, how you feeling?
I would go with Gemini. I agree.
This is going so smoothly.
It just means it's going to be so bad later.
It's going to be bad. It's going to be hard. I think after the number 10, I think it's going to be getting harder.
Okay. So I mean, Gemini, it's fine.
Like it was cool for what it was back in the day, because historic. Like you never had that where it was a tubular steel track on a wooden structure.
Right.
Now we do. Now we have RMC. So now you do. So it's like, okay, like
Gemini walked so that RMC could run.
Yep.
Oh my God. Well, there is a similar one at Valley Fair. What the hell's that one called?
Oh, isn't that their like runaway train?
It's like at the back of the park. I forget. It's called Excalibur. Is that what it's called?
I know. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's their runaway train, but it's designed the same. Yeah,
it's very extremely similar to Gemini, and there have been rumors that that's going to go away for a while, but they just retracted, or not just, but they have retracted a portion of that, so it has like what looks to be Morgan track on the one angle. So Cedar Point hasn't done anything like that with Gemini. I feel like they're just kind of letting it get to the end of its cycle, and then I think they're gonna.
Agreed.
They're gonna snipper, but
yeah, it's because it's prime real estate too. Like the thing is, Cedar Point, they're slowly making real estate again. Like I know they just removed their shoot the shoot ride and another thing, so like now that area has prime real estate. But like Gemini is a huge footprint, that you could do a lot with. So,
but like you said, I think the next coaster is going where the Snake River Falls used to be, and then they had their Sky Coaster situation. There's going to be a giant, and then they just got rid of that boat thing too that was going through the.
Oh yes, so they have that whole island, and like there's a lot of land there for whatever they do.
That's where the next coaster is going for sure. But then I think within the next 10 years, Gemini, sorry, madam.
Yeah,
cool ride, first drop, fun in the back row. There's some
again, it's cool for what it was back in the day. It's history. That's it. It's history now.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. Okay, 12. Okay, 11. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna do either Valraven or Rougarou here.
I was gonna do Rougarou.
Rougarou, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I was gonna do Rougarou.
Look at this. Rougarou.
Okay.
Rigatoni Rougarou.
And I would say Valraven for 10.
I would yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I would say that too, actually.
Do you disagree? I mean, okay.
I don't.
Yeah. The only reason I say this is because there is another one I would like to talk to you about soon, and maybe I'll put it as I would like to suggest for number 9. And the only reason why I think it could be above Valraven is because of its history, and it's unique.
Yep.
And Joey,
I agree. And that was going to be my number 9. and he's not going to like this.
Wait a minute.
Mike and I are already on the same page.
Wait a minute. Because if I think what is about to happen is going to happen, not on this podcast.
It's going down.
Not on this
Joey,
podcast.
I thought I was going to die on Magnum XL 200.
You know what? If you're going to die on this podcast after I have my way with both of you.
Oh my God.
You know what? Before, I'm just kidding. I would never. I'm kidding. But wait.
Officer, I have it all recorded.
It's all recorded. They're just crashing out left and right. But okay.
Can I explain why? And me and Mike.
Yes, you can. Yes,
okay.
Obviously, yes, you can. However, before we get into that, I just want to say, we can't just do 11, 10, Valraven, Rougarou, and then just not talk about them. We just have to briefly say something about that.
You're right.
So, Rougarou...
It's only going to get worse, Demi.
Right. Rougarou... When it was Mantis, it at least had an interesting element to it because it was stand-up. Yes, I understand it was not comfortable. However, I think that some of those elements, especially that inclined loop and then the transitions where you're quickly going from left to right, they were designed with stand-up center of gravity in mind. So when you change it to sit-down floorless, those elements don't hit the same. And I also think you can kind of brace yourself better when you're standing up and holding versus sitting down the way that you are on Rougarou. And it's just a total blah of a coaster to me. It just, the layout's not that good. Some of the positive forces are pretty strong, and then the way you slam onto the brakes at the end too, it's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
It sounds like a pasta.
A rigatoni Rougarou, yeah. I agree.
It really does.
It really does. No, it's excuse me, I'll have the Rougarou, please. You have the Rougarou with gravy. The gravy Rougarou, please.
Rougarou with the little cheese on top, please.
Please, just grate a little Valraven cheese on that Rougarou. Well, pair it with your finest Cedar Creek wine from the winery.
There you go.
But, okay, so 11 Rougarou, 10 Valraven. It's a dive coaster. It's a dive coaster. You know how I feel about Bolliger and Mabillard. I just think that they have been flopping so hard in recent years, and this is the beginning of the end, I think, for them, was Valraven.
I'm not hearing good things a lot about the new ones, which is sad, because that was the top-tier model, and it's sad that it's gone downhill a little bit.
So what are they doing now that you're not hearing bad things?
But they're kind of cheaping out a little bit because a lot of people notice that even on the new one that there's a little bit
rattly.
Roughness. Transitions aren't so smooth as they used to be.
Did they do Iron? Was it Menace at Dorney? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can. 100%. It was definitely a little shaky.
Yeah. Which, for a new one, it shouldn't be.
Oh.
Right. And Penguin Trek, too. Penguin Trek at SeaWorld, people have been saying Rapterra, when King's Dominion put out that first video of Rapterra, and they had the camera angled down at the launch, and you could see all the way down the launch, and they sent the car down, and the whole car is rattling left and right.
And
I'm like, how could you do that? How could you send that and put that out? That looks so horrible. And of course, the ride opened, and everybody's like, yeah, this rattles like hell. So I don't know what B&M is doing, but Valraven's not too rattly for me, and I like the view that you get of the lake at the top before going over. I think that's beautiful. But so okay. So number 8, we're just gonna move on.
No.
No. That means he's just admitting that number 9 is number 9
is. Oh my God, no! Don't trick me.
Let me explain this. When Mike was like, "Listen, this is gonna be a janky ride," I've experienced, I thought, the jankiest of the jankiest. This 1989, right, Mike?
Yep.
You feel every year that has gone by since 1989. And I really thought at one point, oh my God, I'm going to die. This is going to fall off. It doesn't even feel like it's on the track. And then why at the end, when it's slow and slowing down, are we on the most angled curve that I feel like I'm gonna fall sideways out of my seat?
And wants to give you a little thrill, Demi.
It's not thrilling.
That's probably was thrilling enough.
Uncomfortable, just like how how we always talk about over at Epic. Donkey Kong is just on shaky and uncomfortable. It was basically that, but it felt it felt looser. It was looser than the Donkey Kong is kind of tight or shaky. And this is like looser shaky where that's why it feels like you're not on the track anymore.
I know exactly what part you're talking about.
It's deceiving because you go through the first hill and the second hill, and it's not bad. And I'm like, Demi, too late. Here comes the part.
You hit the turnaround.
Everything was just bad after
that. When you go through that first tunnel and then you hit that turnaround, it's it's Jank City for sure.
Yeah.
But I truly, really do not mind it. I like it. I think it's fun. The only thing that I don't like about the jank on this ride, the airtime, is chef's kiss. I love the airtime on this ride. However, it is extremely painful. But I think the airtime is worth it. Like, to get airtime like that, you can beat the hell out of me.
The way to improve it is have the restraints changed. Like, you could tell that those restraints are the same ones from 1989. And I think that was a huge whole part. Like, it's janky, but those restraints hurt. So, like, unless you're bracing yourself like I was, like, it's bad.
And then there's Debbie, just like my first time on this,
like one of those like wacky inflatable things in front of Park.
Pretty much.
That's the cover image for this episode. You
just see our picture, and we're both just like in agonizing pain. Like, it was so bad.
I love it. I think
I was actively screaming, "I hate this! I hate this!"
I wish
there was
I could
a reason it was
that.
only a 5-minute wait on that busy day.
Yeah.
Listen, I do not dispute that this was your experience because I know from experience that this ride will beat the hell out of you. I know that.
Yeah.
However, Demi, I might have to pull my card that I kept saying with Curse of the Werewolf at Epic. Like, am I getting to the point where it's like, I'll do it, but I do not endorse it? Because I don't feel like you're going to allow me to get through without putting this at number 9. So, like, I'm going to have to do it, but I absolutely...
Because you got to remember, sometimes you got to take the bias out of it.
Let it be known, but see, it's not even like a bias to me.
Okay,
I think it's a genuinely great ride.
Where would you?
All right, so where out of what's left, now we're not saying this is where it's going, but where would you think it would go?
There would be at least 3 others that I would put next.
You're joking.
Oh no!
So disagree.
9, 8, 7. You would put this at number 6.
I would put this at. 6.
Seek medical help immediately.
Yeah.
You know what?
All right, here's the thing.
Some of us young, spry 19-year-olds don't have to seek medical help after Magnum.
And see, the only thing I would say is the only ride I would maybe put at number 9 to let this go to number 8 and 8 only is another ride that is a little janky.
Don't say Blue Streak. No.
Oh, that's one of my 3. But I absolutely
not. I would put Blue Streak above Magnum.
I was still going to say I'm still putting it at 9.
I
still vote 9.
Blue Streak was definitely a little janky, but it was nowhere near as janky as Magnum, and it was that fun, like old-timey coaster janky.
There are 0 forces on Blue Streak. There's 0 airtime.
Speak for yourself. I was getting thrown every which way on that damn ride.
Yeah, we were actually. It had definitely a lot more bark to its bite.
I can't. Oh my! This is so painful.
So I still vote 9, but that would be the only thing I would change. But you're still not getting it higher than that.
A list where this is literally paining me so bad because a list that I have to do but not endorse. Do you hear that, Park Peeps? I am doing it, but I am not endorsing it. Where Magnum is lower than Gatekeeper to me is.
Yes.
Effing insane.
And it's not insane when you feel like you're about to die every 2 seconds on a ride and get hurt. Yep. Absolutely not. It's like saying you want to put Donkey Kong
at number 9 is still high on the list because I'll still throw in that I keep it at number 9 because I still give it a pass for the history and the great. Like, if it wasn't for Magnum, we wouldn't have some of the coasters we have today. But that's it, Magnum. You're getting number 9. That's it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Not from me.
I can't budge. I can't budge on it. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not asking y'all to budge. I have accepted my fate. But
there you go.
I don't endorse it. I am sorry to every coaster enthusiast out there that is listening, including our dear friends, the Coaster Kings, who I know are going to slap me silly for putting this at number 9. So,
well, Coaster Kings, I love you, but I thought I was going to die. So I cannot endorse it any higher. That's like if I told somebody like this, think about this list as what it is of like, oh, here's the top 10 of the things that you definitely must do. Yeah. And like telling somebody, like putting that at number 6, like out of like some of the other things that are on this list, like, no.
Would you tell somebody?
But then to Demi's point too, you're putting it on, like, technically we're in the top 10, so we would recommend these rides people ride in reality, and it still made the list. Yeah. So there you go.
Would you tell people who are going to the Louvre not to do the Mona Lisa?
You don't ride the Mona Lisa.
Number 9.
I can't breathe. That might be the first time that has ever been uttered in the history of humanity. You don't ride the Mona Lisa.
That's the t-shirt.
All right, that is the t-shirt. Well, you know what?
There you go.
With that, I think y'all have your number 9 and I have my number 6.
Okay.
So
there you go.
Okay, now number 8, after putting me through that, you need to let me put okay, yeah, I would do Blue Streak, actually.
Yeah, I would do Blue Streak.
Yeah.
That was easy.
But no, oh my god, no, wait. I think I have severely miscalculated.
What?
Because Gatekeeper, I do not. No. We're fine.
What?
We're fine.
Okay. Seriously,
it's 7 is Gatekeeper 7. Though. Oh yes, it is.
I was between that and Raptor, and
me too.
Same. But Raptor's going to be 6.
I just had not the best experience on Raptor. My head was bopping pretty hard between those restraints. And the thing about Gatekeeper, it was actually my first wing coaster. And it definitely feels very different, which I love the uniqueness of it. On this particular ride, the first like drop is this very slow moving turn, which was very uncomfortable. But I definitely had a worse time on Raptor. But I can be flexible here if you have more stats and reasoning.
So the wing overdrop is like a signature of wing coasters. However, there are a few that don't do it. It's like the one at Dollywood. And I usually hate wing coasters because I think they're boring. I think that there's literally forceless. However, the one at Dollywood, given the setting and also the fact that it's an up and over drop, if you ride that in the back row, that ride is actually really fun. The same way with Gatekeeper. I think anywhere further up than the last 2 rows, Gatekeeper is a total snooze. But if you ride it in the back row, that wing overdrop is crazy. And
I believe it.
Yes. So if you ride Gatekeeper in the back, it is a very fun ride to me. And one of the better wing coasters. So and Blue Streak to me, like, yes, it's an old wooden coaster, but it's like, it's kind of a very run-of-the-mill layout for an old wooden roller coaster. There's nothing really special about it, that layout. But it is fun. You do get... There's like 1 pop of airtime right after the first drop when that first sort of little bunny hill. I got like
2 pops.
There was a few moments I got on that ride.
Yeah. So I mean, I would put that at 8, and then I would put Gatekeeper at 7, only in the back row.
I mean, I would still put Gatekeeper at 7. I think I would agree with that. Yeah. I think I still like Raptor more, even though like that is one of the rides where I do need like a little bit of a break after, just because like it is very intense, but it's one of the better inverts out there.
Agreed.
In a way. And Gatekeeper, to your point, like after the wing drop, it's kind of like a little dull. So
yeah,
I would give Gatekeeper 7.
Okay, yeah. I can be okay with that. Mike, do you find like how you felt on Raptor the same way like on Batman?
Worse on Batman. Batman is brutal because
I haven't ridden in a while.
But Batman is the same thing. I have to sit in the front, but like Raptor was a little bit after where my head, it took a minute for my head to catch up to my body, but Batman, it takes a long minute. I think it's that last ending with like the whipping and the corkscrews and the turns. I'm just like, oh, I'm going every which way. Like,
okay,
I'll do Batman, but I also will avoid it if I could.
Yeah, I haven't ridden in a while either because I feel like I get really not great on Batman either. But...
Yeah,
which
sucks because I love inverted coasters. They're fun. I like that. Like, there's nothing below you and all that. So it sucks that, I don't get a good one by me, but
yeah.
Did you ever ride Great Bear at Hershey Park?
Yes, I love Great Bear. Great Bear is so much fun.
That's a good one.
Oh, Great Bear. That first helix coming off of that lift hill is so crazy intense.
Yes, it's a lot more intense than it looks.
Yeah. It really and it's not intense in a way. It never makes me gray out or brown out, but it just the feeling. I almost get the feeling of like when I'm going over a steep drop when the force is so intense on that helix. That helix is crazy.
Yes.
But Raptor, I think to me is just consistently good. There is not a dull moment on that layout. It just whips through everything. And it is one of the rare inverted coasters that I actually am okay with sitting in a row that's not the front, because I like the front because you can see where you're going, and if any other row on an inverted coaster you can't. But the forces on Raptor in the back are nuts, especially that.
Oh, I can only imagine
the Cobra roll when you're whipping through that Cobra roll in the back row on.
And we front rode it, so.
Oh, even two in the front where I'm like, holy crap! Like, where are we going?
It's good. Going through that 0G roll in the front. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I have something that I think. I want to say this right now before we say number 5, because I have a feeling we're all going to have the same number 5. I really do. I really believe this in my soul.
Okay. Let's. Okay. Yeah, I think we are.
Let's say what we think number 5 is. Ready?
Okay.
1,
drum roll.
2, 3.
Millennium Force.
What?
Oh,
we're doomed. That's it.
Oh my god.
We're doomed.
Wait, which one did y'all say?
Siren's Curse.
Yes. Sorry. Wait. No. Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. You
absolutely.
agree.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I completely forgot.
Then you ruined the whole thing.
Yeah,
I completely forgot that Siren's Curse was on this
1,
list.
2, 3.
Siren's Curse. Yes. No, you're correct. You are absolutely correct.
I felt like betrayed for a moment.
So did I. I'm like, what? Are we on the same planet?
I was looking at, because I am, and as Jeremy will also tell you, I am a Millennium Force apologist, because this ride apparently does not have a good reputation in the coaster community. I was unaware of this until recently.
I'm unaware of that.
Oh yeah, Millennium Force is like regularly crapped on. Oh yeah.
That's Mike's favorite coaster.
All right. Well, when we talk Millennium, we'll get into that.
Well, I feel like Joey is trying to push that as number 4 now.
Oh, it's absolutely going to be number 4. There is no way in hell that is not going to be anything other than number 4.
All right. Well, let's talk about Siren's Curse before we get into it. Okay.
Yes.
So we finally did Siren's Curse, me and Mike, for the first time, and the lines are so long that we had Fast Lane Unlimited, and it was still a 35-minute. No, it was
needed. All the rides were at least an hour.
No, I'm saying it's a waste because they charge you so much money and it doesn't cut the wait time that long.
It still
the regular line was like an hour and a half.
Yeah, and this was the only line that had like a really long wait line on the Fast Lane, which it was over an hour, and then ours was 35 minutes, which was crazy. But that was the only one, and it's because it's new, and because it's new, they don't do seat requests for this ride, and we just so happened to have gotten the back row.
Yep.
And the whole thing of this ride is obviously the tilt,
right?
And now that we experienced the tippy top of the tilt, it definitely was scary, I guess, for a hot second. I was really afraid of it, thinking about going onto it. And once I was on there, I was like, it's not like as bad as I thought it would be. I definitely felt, and I think Mike felt this way too, once the ride was like, we were like slowly going back to the gate, we felt like our head wasn't properly with our bodies yet. And I think because you really hang there for a good 5 seconds. But to me, it didn't feel like I was like totally flat facing down. I almost felt like I was kind of like looking over a ledge or something.
Yeah, it was a weird sensation, and I felt the same way. Like it's 90 degrees, but I don't know, maybe it's because we were at the top of that, but it really felt like we were more than 90 degrees. Like I kind of kept feeling like we were pitched a lot over more. It was weird. And then you definitely like feel like you're falling a lot longer. Like I'm like, we let go, and then I'm like, all right, we're going, but I'm like, when are we getting to the bottom? Like, I just feel like we're falling forever here.
It's an intense release. I think it doesn't just feel like you hang there for a moment and then you go. I think it really catapults you into it. And
it does.
I don't get nervous on rides, but that tilt makes me nervous because I'm like, you can literally see the mechanism of, or I'm sorry, you can see it's visualized for you what could go wrong with this. And I don't like 100%. That. I do not like that because all it takes is the failing of a few pieces of machinery and you are literally dead. So it's like, that makes me nervous. In the same way that Windseeker makes me nervous at Cedar Point. But
I don't even go on that.
That terrifies me. But I don't know. I think that the problem with Siren's Curse to me is the layout. It should be moving faster through the layout than it does. And I don't know if that first airtime hill with the quick turnaround after the drop is too tall and it loses too much of the momentum going up to that, because I feel like it should be whipping through this layout. And you still get good pops of airtime throughout, but like the triple down, it's moving way too slow throughout that triple down, and the return run too, like through the barrel roll, and it's moving a little too slow. And
no, I agree. Wait, so where did you sit on the ride?
I got both, one right? Front. I got one in the very front and one in the very back.
Okay, so because we sat in the back and agreed, like it was a little slow, but I definitely felt it be a lot more intense or like whippy than it looked. Well, no, not one it looked, but from what it looked on the ground. Even at the end, like the fast lane queue was right by the ending. And I'm like, oh, like, okay, like it looks like it's going very slow. And then when we were on it, I'm like, holy crap, this felt a lot more whippy on it than it did looking at it from the ground. Yeah. But now I'm like, is it just because we were in the back versus another seat?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so then that makes sense.
The back does, traditionally it gets whipped over the top of things. So that first airtime hill, you do kind of get whipped over the top. The turnaround after you go underground, and then you kind of come back up and do the twist transition to go back down, you get whipped over that. And then you get whipped down the triple down too. But in the front, it was moving
I believe.
And it looks, I remember when this thing was first testing, I was watching it and I was like, oh, that train looks like it's moving really, really slow. And then I remember Jeremy also sending me videos of it because he was there the day before me, and he was sending me videos of it, and I was like, this is moving a lot slower than I thought it would. So, but it's a fun ride. It's a solid ride. It is a solid ride.
Yeah.
And
nothing
I think it's definitely good supporting to their lineup, which is nice. I mean, like, let's also be real. It was never supposed to be there.
Right? Six Flags Mexico.
It was supposed to be Six Flags Mexico. They, for whatever reason, couldn't do it.
Environmental.
And out of all the parks, it's mostly because I'm sure it's mostly because Top Thrill 2 had the worst season last year. And it was like, here you go. Here's an apology. I wish Green Ranch could get one like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, but it was basically an apology coaster, but it was never meant for Cedar Point. But it also doesn't hurt their lineup. Like, it helps their lineup. They have,
I think so.
Like, another good supporting coaster to their top tier coasters.
The only thing that I think dings it a little bit in that capacity is essentially its gimmick. The way you get to the vertical drop is different, but it's essentially just a dive coaster. You just get to the dive a little bit differently.
Yeah,
we said the same thing. It's just like it's
right
almost
next
like
to the other one.
You ride it for the dive, and then afterwards it's kind of like, okay, like whatever. And that's exactly this. I'm like, you're riding this for the tilt. Afterwards, it's kind of like, oh.
The rest of the layout is definitely more fun than Val Ravens, I think. And I like, and Cedar Point also gets a lot of points here because they did make a really great attempt to theme this. And
I agree.
The theme was very good.
The music and like the voice, all the audio on the ride is really, really good.
The audio is chilling. And the black water, they dyed the water black, which is really wonderful because I didn't really, it looks red in the sunlight. So I asked one of the employees and they said, oh no, we dyed it black, but in the light it looks red. So
oh wow.
I thought that was really cool. But okay. Yeah. Good choice for number 5.
Yes.
All right. I think these next 4 are going to be
brutal.
Yeah.
Because I will tell you right now.
I'm going to let you two fight over this one.
I will only accept one answer for number 1. And I am ready to relinquish the number 4 spot to being somewhere else if we can
bargain. No. We're not going to bargain. We have to come to a consensus. No. That's not because I know I just have a feeling what you're going to say is number one, and it's just not going to be correct.
I agree.
Well, just like your number, whatever you're trying to manipulate me into putting at number 4 is not going to be correct.
No, I just said you and Mike can fight out about number 4 because for me.
Wait, Demi, what's your 4?
Okay, for me, I could technically go either way. I did put and I loved the ride. And it, you know what? It I still don't know if I want it at number 4 or number 3. And I'm between Maverick and Millennium Force. And the only reason why is, and I loved Maverick. I really loved it. It was so fun. And we had the back row. But I just love how on Millennium Force, it's just so fast. But then I grayed out on it. And I didn't like that feeling. So
I think it's because we were so dehydrated. Because that does also happen. And we really did not drink water that day. Like, we were bad.
I just
and then we drank disgusting, gross, blood bag, overly sugary
So I think that's probably why you started gray. Because you were fine the first couple, and then it wasn't until, the last couple. But
yeah. I gray out on Millennium all the time. I go every time I ride it. That's my 4. And I feel like since Demi said it could also be her number 4.
But
I feel like this is number 4.
I'm also going to say that Maverick is my 4th.
You are a crazy person.
I was surprised too, because before going this time, Maverick I would probably say was in my top 3.
Yeah.
But this trip I went on it, I don't know. It was so uncomfortable for me. Like, the restraint, just was not comfortable. It was by the end, I'm just all right, I'm kind of in pain. I'm ready to be off.
Well, all right. I know Joey loves this ride, so can you just give me, Joey, and tell us, the audience, why you love Maverick so much and why you are incredibly disgusted by the fact that we think it could be number 4?
Because this was my number 1 favorite roller coaster of all time for about 15 years. And before I rode Velocicoaster, and then Velocicoaster finally got knocked down by a few other things, but there is absolutely nothing in this world that I've experienced. And I still think it beats Velocicoaster in this sense of the sort of relentless barrage of elements that it hits you with before you even have time to process, and the absolutely absurd amount of airtime that you get on this ride. I am a firm believer. A lot of different coaster enthusiasts, they like positive forces or lateral forces as their judgment of what is a good ride or not. I am airtime. If you are an airtime machine, you are my ride. And this, not only does it have, and it doesn't just have one good pop of airtime, which is the best airtime, I think. I think it's even better than Jackrabbit's airtime, to be honest with you, Demi, the first drop. If you are sitting in the back row on Maverick.
We were. It was great. The first drop, but I don't remember any other airtime on it, sweetie. I really don't.
Yeah.
After the first drop, it was fun, but it felt like, and the way I described it in the video, it's it felt like I was in the back seat of a crazy driver.
Yeah,
that is just. So I will say that is just, if you're not remembering that you felt the airtime, because it is just scientifically not possible that you did not get airtime on the rest of this ride.
Well, I think the also thing is the restraints don't help you get the airtime, because they're so snug that it's just I know there's airtime, I felt the airtime, but it wasn't.
I think that's what it is. I like to be snug, as we discussed last week on the episode.
Oh, shout out to Matt.
Shout out to Matt. We would be snug as a bug. So maybe because I was snug as a bug, I wasn't really feeling the airtime as much, except on that first drop. So maybe we just didn't have the same experience, and which is why for me and for Mike, it's a little bit lower on our list.
I just have been riding Maverick for 18 years now, and every time I ride it, it is the airtime. I've never gone through a course, no matter if I'm sitting in the front, middle, back. I've never gone through a course on that ride where I have not been my butt was off of my seat more than it was on it. And
there's another coaster that we haven't gotten to that I was out of my seat the entire time.
Yeah, that was...
which we'll get to. So if I can remember that, and I don't have the all other than the first drop for Maverick, I just, that...
Yeah.
That says something.
one time versus somebody who has been doing it for 18 years. It is like, literally, if you look at this, like what I'm saying, when I say before that it is like scientifically impossible that you did not get airtime on this ride, the physics of, if you look at the first drop after that, the transitions that you go through, which is so cool when you get airtime that's not for a pop of on a little airtime hill.
Okay.
The airtime comes from the transitions. So when you are whipping from side to side, you get thrown out of the seat. And then when you hit that first little bunny hop of airtime at the speed at which you are moving, it is impossible for you to not get airtime on that hill. And then after the launch, when you are going over the water and then you do that sort of side turn where it flips you over, you hit another pop after that, and it just is so low to the ground and you're moving at such a high velocity of speed that it, like, they actually had to remove an element from this ride because the negative forces were so bad.
Here's what I'm going to say, I think, because we need to,
Did you just roll your eyes at me?
No, I didn't roll my eyes at you. I'm going to let you and Mike fight out for number 4 because, like I said...
The only way I'll let you, I would say rank Maverick higher is if I put Steel Vengeance at 4.
No.
Okay,
I can't have that, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely
Steel
not.
Vengeance is the ride that it says in the description, 30 seconds of airtime. My butt was not in that seat for the majority of that
listen,
ride.
I agree with you. Because because we've talked about this. Maverick and Steel Vengeance were like pretty much neck and neck. I put Steel Vengeance ahead because, again, I did not have a good ride this time on Maverick. It was not as enjoyable as I remember it. But, I was just going to say, if you wanted to get Maverick a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Oh, God. This is such a fun episode. This really is.
I
like,
told
I really
you we were
like
gonna
doing
fight
this.
to the death at these last few ones.
And it's fun. I like doing this.
But I think this just shows how amazing this freaking park is because, like...
We're only at 4 and we're doing this.
There's so many good roller coasters. Like, and there's also so many good supporting coasters that, like... I love it, but continue.
So what's the argument for making Millennium Force number 4? And what's the argument for making Steel... I want to hear the arguments because you guys have ridden this more than me. I've ridden all these... I rode Millennium Force 4 times. I rode Top Thrill 5 times. Otherwise, I rode Maverick and Steel Vengeance once. So... I'm open to interpretation from both of you, as you guys have been there more than me.
Judge Judy Demi. I love this. Demi's like, present your cases. So wait, are we locking into the notion that we are just deciding which is 3 and 4 between Millennium and Maverick?
I think we're just trying to decide 4, and then we got to battle 3.
Oh God.
Okay, I think what we need to do is look at this in like as objectively as possible. Go with the facts,
with no bias,
no
Joey.
biases, and that's how it comes.
Okay, this is not bias. This is 18 years of experience riding this ride. That is not bias.
Yeah, but I mean, yes,
that sounds like bias to me.
Yes, you've ridden it more than either of us. Mike has ridden it quite often, as more than me, but. We can't. If this was, unbiased, then if we did like epic unbiased, then I think our list would have looked different. Remember, so we have to do this as unbiased as possible.
Mm-hmm.
On that note, I would then introduce in my supporting argument that Maverick absolutely is far wider beloved in the coaster community than Millennium is. By a long shot.
No, I'm curious because I've never heard anything bad about Millennium Force.
I don't think it's a bad ride at all. I think it's a near
No,
perfect ride.
I know you don't, but I'm curious what you've heard because I've never heard that. Like, all I hear is how amazing it is.
People think that after the first drop, it does nothing. They're like, there's no airtime. There's no... The forces are like, eh. And they just think it's a boring ride that has been perfected in terms of layout and years after it by the B&M Gigas. Now, I will say, I just rode Leviathan last week, for which I've also been riding Leviathan for about 11 years now. Canada's Wonderland. Yeah. I love that ride. People hate on that ride all the time. I love Leviathan. I think Leviathan is a brilliant ride. The first drop on Leviathan, I actually think is better than the first drop on Millennium. And it's... I don't know.
Isn't it higher too?
No, I actually think Leviathan's shorter. I think it's 5 feet shorter.
I will say, just about Millennium, when we did it at night and it's so dark and you're right over Lake Erie, you look like you're plunging into the abyss, and that beautiful. really gives you a lot of like extra like thrill to it. I did ask AI, which is technically better, and it did all of these different like scale and innovation, smoothness and reliability, thrill profile, drawbacks, intensity and precision, compact innovation, thrill profile. And so do you want me to tell you what it says? Which is technically better? And this is just like...
Between what?
Between
Maverick
and Millennium Force?
Yeah, this might be the tiebreaker, honestly. Go ahead.
It says Maverick edges out as the technically superior coaster overall, while Millennium Force's groundbreaking scale sets a new engineering standard for height and speed in 2000. Maverick's 2007 design advances coaster technology through multi-launch propulsion, higher peak G-forces up to 5G versus 4G, and innovative elements like the twisted horseshoe roll that maximize intensity and smaller footprint. Its terrain-based layout and precise LSM control deliver more dynamic forces and surprises, making it more evolved example of Intamin's engineering, especially considering the pre-opening adjustments to optimize rider safety without sacrificing thrill. Millennium Force remains iconic for its pioneering role in being smoother, longer ride, but Maverick represents quote-unquote better, modern technical refinement, as evidenced by its Golden Ticket Awards for innovation and consistent enthusiast praise for intensity over mere size. If quote-unquote better prioritizes raw records, Millennium Force wins. For overall engineering sophistication, Maverick does.
Interesting.
So, I will
also make one more argument.
Yes.
Millennium Force, since it opened, has always been in the top 5 Steel Coasters Golden Ticket. But I will let AI also deviate the award too. So
I don't know what to put it anymore, truthfully. So
I can't believe I'm saying this. I am open. If the judge will consider leniency on future developments, I am willing to make a plea bargain to relinquish the 4th slot to Maverick, if this will be taken into consideration for future court cases.
I mean, does that count like for number 1? I mean, that's
going to be interesting. So we'll get there.
Because I can't have.
How about we just try to figure out top 4 instead of just trying to place.
I would say
number 4 and then number 3.
I would be a lot like I would be like I like. With Millennium Force has always been top 5 Golden Ticket, top Steel Coaster. But I'll let AI be the judge and say if that's saying Maverick is a slight better, then I'll say Force can be 4.
I'm fine with that.
This is going to be used against me. This is going to be so used against me.
Well, yeah, because I have a feeling the next 3 are going to be big.
Are we fine with number 4, Millennium Force?
Yes.
Number 5, number 3, Maverick?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now here's when I start to fight all of you.
Why do I feel like Joey's not going to align to the next 2?
Because
definitely not.
Here we go. I absolutely loved Steel Vengeance. It was phenomenal. It was better than Wildcats Revenge. It was better, I think, than Twisted Timbers. I was out of my seat the entire time. Mm-hmm. But what did I ride most on Saturday?
Top Thrill 2.
Top Thrill 2. 5 times, in the front, in the back, in the middle front, in the middle back, on the left side, on the right side. It is amazing. It is. There's nothing more thrilling than Top Thrill 2 to me.
I agree. We would have done it more than 5. Like, honestly, I was ready to just keep going on it. I'm like, I can't.
It may not be as, like, technically perfect, like maybe something like Steel Vengeance, where it's a hybrid of wooden and steel.
Yeah.
And yes, you have all this airtime. But if, like, it's so intense and so fun and so thrilling. There's nothing really like it.
There's nothing.
It took the blueprint of King Dakar and Top Thrill Dragster and made it somehow 1,000 times better
yes.
by that backward launch, so that your speed going forward too is even more intense than it was prior.
Oh,
100%. I've perished.
And it makes it a re-rideable ride. Like, let's be real. When it was just Top Thrill Dragster, you would go on it, you would launch, great launch, you go on it, and I'm like, okay, but that's it. Because all you do is, the main thrilling part was the launch, because honestly, you still go over the top hat so fast. What view are you really getting? Not much. And then you're done. So it's just like, all right, like, it was a one and done. The backward spike and launch have made this, like, I want to always be going on it. And the trains are so comfortable.
Yep.
Like, and that was the only ride throughout the day where every single time I would get excited and nervous still. Because it's just like, you launch, and the launch going forward is nothing too crazy. But and I always say to Demi, it's just like, when you go up the tower, getting ready to go back, it's almost just like, it's setting into what you just got yourself into. And then it's just like, boom.
He's yelling. He like, it sounded like at one point he put like on a Karen wig and was like, oh no, this is too high. Like
going up the spike, because that's even the thrilling part. Like, you're going up so fast and you just keep going up. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, this is not safe.
You think you're like finally up the highest, and then you're not, and it keeps going and going and going and going. It's so high. Truthfully, that to me is the most like terrifying part of the attraction.
Yeah, because you're just helpless. It's like your train is your group. You're all 400 feet in the air, just helplessly hanging there.
Yeah.
Like, you're just all going down together. And it was amazing.
There's a reason why I want to be at Cedar Point every day. And as much as I love Steel Vengeance, that's not the, like, and I would love to go on it. The reason is I want to keep marathoning Top Thrill too.
Yep, I agree.
And I'm surprised, Joey, because as someone who loves to be ravished by coasters, like, that's what you say. That's what you don't, isn't that what you say?
Throttled.
Oh,
oh my God.
Oops.
I cannot.
Ravished.
I cannot.
No, I like to be ravished by Maverick, which, in case you didn't see,
I didn't even realize you were wearing a Maverick shirt.
I mean, listen, I'm going to say this. Like, Top Thrill does rattle you, because, so we noticed this.
Throttle.
Because there's no side supports on the seats. The seats are very open air seats. When I had my hands up going up the tower, when you twist, the train went this way, my body went this way. And I'm like, I am way too high off the ground to be going the opposite direction of my chair.
And we noticed, because we made sure to do both sides left and right, when we were on the left side, it was way more intense. Like, I was literally like twisted so much to the side. Yeah. It was really crazy. But listen, like, Joey's like so upset right now, but also the change of the ride vehicle. Like, I never did Top Thrill Dragster, but for King Dakar, we had that, over the shoulder restraint.
Oh,
this is a lap bar, and so the airtime you get to on the lap bar is crazy, and because it is so open air, it's so extra more thrilling too. It's just like, how is this all happening with just a lap bar? All right, I'm going to let Joey finally get his talking.
I have been accused of having a relationship with a roller coaster.
And it wasn't Maverick?
And it was not Maverick.
You had a good mod. Look at you.
I am reclaiming my time. Listen.
Oops, my microphone just fell.
It threw itself off a cliff. Okay.
That's what Top Thrill did to me.
And listen, all of what you are saying is 100% correct. You are not wrong. There is not a wrong word that either one of you just uttered. Because as I said on this very podcast months ago, and in my TikTok review of Top Thrill 2, Top Thrill 2 is a near perfect ride. It is, I compared it to a cinematic experience because, Mike, for the very same reasons that you outline in your argument, the first Top Thrill 2 was over so quickly, the first Top Thrill Dragster was over so quickly, you didn't get to savor the experience. This, you get to sit and luxuriate, and it amps up and it builds up a crescendo throughout the whole ride that you really get to feel that element of speed, especially after that backward spike, which the floater airtime on that is crazy. But then when you are at the bottom of that spike, at the back of the launch, where you normally used to start, you are already hauling over 100 miles per hour. So you get to go down that entire stretch feeling that speed the entire time. Whereas in the first one, you didn't hit that speed until like the very end of that stretch. So you didn't really get to luxuriate in it. So yeah, you also go over the top much faster than you did on the first one. Oh yeah. And on the back seat on this ride, hands up, it is like one of the craziest experiences.
Yeah.
I will just say to you that I think everything that this ride does well, outside of maybe the speed element and feeling that element of speed, I think you get it more sustained and in quicker succession and in punchier little bits on a much more interesting layout on Steel Vengeance. And the back seat on Steel Vengeance going over that first drop is a way more intense experience and way more terrifying than going over the first drop on Top Thrill 2.
No.
100,000%.
It's fun and I love it, but no.
What row did you guys sit in?
Wait, hold on. I'll let Joey finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, what row did you guys sit in?
The back row on Steel Vengeance, and we did back row on Top Thrill.
The very back row.
Yes.
So if you closed your eyes and went over, and with hands up, and went over both of those drops, there is no way in hell that you would think that the Top Thrill 2 drop is better than the Steel Vengeance drop.
Because, it's not about the drop. It's not about the drop, though, Joey.
It's about,
I loved Steel Vengeance. I loved it. Mike kept being annoyed at me that I loved that more than Millennium Force. And because I love that, and I love that drop, and I love how much airtime, and if I say it in my video as well, I was like, this, after I got off that ride, I was like, this might be my favorite ride at this park, with saying Top Thrill 2 being in a totally different category because it's so incredible and different and
then I said,
amazing.
You can't do that.
And he said, I can't do that. So if I can't do that, if I can't do that, then again, it's just it's as like a traditional coaster, because to me, Top Thrill 2 is a totally different style anything of any of the other things that are on this list, right? All of the other ones have a very similar, as much as whatever their difference is within the ride vehicles or whatever, they look like normal coasters with dips and turns and whatever. Top Thrill is launch forward, back, up, down, and so it's a totally different thing. So if we're talking about and of everything else, it is my number one, but it just has none of these, and I don't think anything other. My favorite ride has always been Hagrid's because it's fun and I love launches. But I can't say that anymore because as much as I love it still, there is nothing like the feeling and the and the experience of Top Thrill.
You're correct. Yeah. I think you're again, nothing that you're saying to me is incorrect. This is a world-class ride. It is one of the best coasters that I have ever done in my life. It is in my top 10 coasters of all time. But I just think if you're looking at what do I compare this to? Would you rather have what's a comparison? Would you rather have one bag of Doritos from the grocery store, or a can of Pringles, a bag of Cheetos, a bag of Funyuns, and also the finest steak from the deli counter from a grocery store? I'm just saying that because Doritos are my favorite chip of all time.
Honestly, I was gonna say I love Doritos, so I think I picked Doritos.
Yeah, I choose the Doritos.
I hate Pringles, Joey.
I would choose the Doritos.
You get what I'm saying, though. Substitute any one of those things for the point that you know I'm trying to make.
If it's my favorite thing in the world, I choose my favorite thing. It's like saying, do you want to go hang out with your husband today, or do you want to go hang out with some coworkers? I'm gonna go hang out with my husband. Yep. Sorry, I hit my microphone.
So you're the one being ravished by a roller coaster.
Oh my God, Joseph.
I think that that's illegal, and I think that invalidates any kind of legal claim you're trying to make, and therefore I win. Steel Vengeance is number one.
Therefore, I'll be the judge. Overruled.
I think, Joey, to be fair, we took Mike's favorite coaster and made it number 4.
Because that's what it is.
It's not. It's so false.
I still could put it at my number 3, and to me that and Maverick could go either way for me depending on the day.
You know
I
what?
just really think that at this point we have talked for so long, and everyone has probably had enough of us.
Hey, I have fully accepted that our list is going to be incorrect and that Top Thrill 2 is going to be at number 1.
It is, and we're done. We're done.
I've fully accepted that.
Steel Vengeance is number 2 and Top Thrill is number 1.
However,
dun, 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 dun.
I must, after all of this breath that we have put into this podcast, however, must invalidate it because I do not endorse this list.
But I mean, we all took different parts of our favorites, and it makes a good top 10. Like, at the end of the day, I agree. Like,
no, it's solid. It's solid.
No other park you can have such a hard top 10, or at least a hard top 5. Yeah. Like, most parks only have 2-3 good coasters. Like,
max.
Here, you have at least 5 all-star rides. Like, you can't get better than this park.
It speaks to the power of this lineup, and which is only going to get better as this park goes on. And it's just the location of this park and the history here and the feeling. Mm-hmm. And I've been saying to Demi that now she's done Kennywood, she's done Cedar Point, and I love that Demi and plus all the Disney and Universal parks, that Demi is just getting to do all of the things that I grew up, that formed me into the coaster enthusiast that I am today. So
I also did Dorney this year. I've been to King's Dominion, and Mike and I got the Cedar Fair Six Flags pass. So I'm hoping to do more Cedar Fair Six Flags throughout this year. Go ahead.
I'm like, even if you go one more time, you made it. You already got your money's worth, which is the crazy part.
Go ahead, Joey. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. I think that's a no. I would love to see more of your adventures from this chain of parks, because I think it's like a super chain now. So yeah. All right. Well, let's just recap our list. We have 18 Woodstock Express, 17 Wilderness Runs, 16 Cedar Creek Mine Ride, 15 Corkscrew, 14 Iron Dragon, 13 Wild Mouse, 12 Gemini, 11 Rougarou, 10 Valraven, 9 Magnum, do not endorse, 8 Blue Streak, 7 Gatekeeper, 6 Raptor, 5 Siren's Curse, 4 Millennium Force, 3 Maverick, 2 Top Thrill 2, 1 Steel Vengeance.
Nice try. 2 Steel Vengeance, Top Thrill 2, number 1.
Shady lady.
I'm sorry. I've been ravished by a coaster too many times. My brain's not working. It was just we'll chalk it up to that. But yes, the unofficial Park Peeps ranking, Top Thrill 2. Yes, y'all win number 1.
I'm just saying, Steel Vengeance came in 4th for Best New Coaster Golden Ticket, and Top Thrill came in number 3 worldwide for Steel Coasters.
What silly rabbits voted on that?
Golden Ticket Awards, the ultimate awards every year.
Yeah, Epic got a bunch this year.
Yeah, Epic really did well.
I don't care. I know what the golden tickets are, and you know what? They're a golden ticket straight to hell if they're.
Where did this Southern old lady come from?
You know what?
Golden tickets go straight to hell.
I've been possessed because I have been subjected to the devil of the Top Thrill 2, and now you now both making me hate this ride.
What, Top Thrill?
Yeah, now I hate it.
You'll go on again and be like, oh my god, this is the best ride ever.
I'm just
Steel Vengeance 2.
I'm just teasing you guys. I genuinely love that ride. So, yeah, I am bothered. Well, you know what? You know what they're gonna have to do, Demi? They're gonna have to check out the Substack for our individual top 10s of this park. So,
okay,
Mike,
is that what we're doing?
yeah. So on the Substack, tune in. Mike's going to submit his real top 10 for this park. Demi, you're going to submit your top 10 for this park, and I'm going to submit my top 10 for this park.
I mean, mine may stay the same. I think I have to think about it, but
mine's going to shock Joey. I can already know.
Yeah. Bring it. I can't wait. But just make sure you're subscribed to the Peep Line to find that out on Sunday.
Well, thank you so much, Mike, for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun.
I really agree. It was fun.
I'm so glad that you got to be the person to do this, and then we did Cedar Point together, that we got to
so much fun.
Do Top Thrill together after losing our dear beloved King Dakar. And please, Great Adventure, just give us something like that, please. I know you
Please don't give us a Shuttle Mac coaster, please. I'm begging you.
You know that's what's coming.
Yeah,
I know. And I'm still in denial, but I know it's coming.
I think the Upside Down launch could be fun. That could be fun.
But to me...
Never been done before.
Yeah, but it's just like, why are we getting a shuttle coaster? Like, we're too busy for park for that. It's terrible.
It is going to have dual loading platforms, allegedly.
I don't even think that's going to help. Yeah. Like, to me, I'm like, if you're going to do it, just make it a full circuit. Like, what's so hard about it? Just finish it.
Bring Intamin back and make them do a 400. Well, it is also allegedly going to be 400 something feet tall, which
it is. But I mean, still, I'm like, just get it back. Just so much. After Top Thrill 2, I'm like, just have Intamin rebuild it, for God's sakes.
All right. That's enough of this episode. I've had it.
All right.
I could be yelled at by an accented man all day.
I know you can. Yeah. So that's why, once again, Mike, thank you for joining us. Can you tell everybody where people can find you?
Yes, you can find me on TikTok at Mike Molinari, and then you can find me on Instagram at Mike Molinari with an _.
There you go. And you can watch me and Mike at Cedar Point on the Magical Hijinks YouTube channel, where you should be subscribed already. Like, why aren't you doing that? But thank you so much, Mike, for being here.
Thank you so much. I had so much fun, guys.
Me too. Thank you, Mike. I really appreciate it. And make sure you're following me on socials at Joey Nolfi. Make sure you're following the pod at Park Peeps Pod. Not as I wrote it in the script, Park Peas Pod. Please do not go to Park Peas Pod. You will find something totally different. Something akin to being ravished by a roller coaster. And then, follow Demi at Magical Hijinks, HIJINX, on YouTube and socials. And again, subscribe to that Substack, which is linked in our Park Peeps socials for extra bonus content. See ya next week.
Top Thrills #1. Bye.
No, it's not. Still